Happened to his D coordinator, Mike Nolan. Well, he has been feeling the heat all year, and yesterday was no different. Nolan had to stop his conference call yesterday after accidentally rubbing hot sauce in his eye. Yes, you heard that right. We're not supposed to touch our face. It's COVID season. Shannon, what was your reaction when you saw this?
You want to respond first, Skip?
It's not good. Not good.
I guess that is just the way it's been going, Skip. I mean, of all the things that could have gone wrong. And if someone would have told you this happened and you didn't see it happen, you would have never believed it.
No.
But because it happened,
I still don't believe it.
It happened on Zoom, you saw it.
I told you Sunday was the most humiliating day I have ever suffered through in all my years of being a Cowboy fan, dating to 1961. Against our arch rival, we quit in the first quarter of the game and hit rock bottom, all-time bottom. I've already called for this man's job, Mike Nolan, and then I had to sit and watch his live Zoom in which he somehow has Tabasco sauce on his finger. This is impossibly bad. And he sticks it in his eye, and then he can't continue. I can't even discuss.
You can't make it up.
Yeah, I couldn't make it up because then I had the rest of the day to sift through the internet jokes because everybody had a bad joke about it because it was so bad. It was impossibly bad. And he should have been fired on the spot right there. Jerry should have come down out of his office and said, "You're done.
It was an accident.
You're done."
I mean, we've all had things where, we shouldn't touch our face or shouldn't touch our eyes, and I get that.
In the time of COVID, you can't touch your face anyway,
Skip,
right?
Sometimes, it itches. You just gotta scratch it.
Well, what was he eating? Wings, I guess? Yeah.
To get fired up for this
week. Well, he was, but he should be fired out. He should just be fired.
This is karma for us for making fun of him. We all need to be careful. I'm actually kind of worried. That is it for Undisputed, guys. Thanks for watching. We're back at the same time tomorrow morning. Remember to wash your hands. The Hurt is next. Have a good day. The Cowboys are reeling after another blowout loss, and their 2-5 record could easily be 0-7 if not for a couple of late-game field goals. Dallas has the worst scoring defense in the league, and Pro Football Focus points out that they also have the lowest-graded coverage unit in the NFL. PFF continues to write that Dallas may not win more than one more game the rest of the season. Reggie Bush is back with us. Reggie, what is the biggest reason the Cowboys have been so shockingly bad?
Well, I've always been a firm believer that the personality of a team is followed by its head coach. So we're seeing the personality of Mike McCarthy in this team play out right now. And listen, I play for one of the most compatible coaches in the history of the game, and that's Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll has been absolutely compatible with all of his players in any era, no matter what the era is. And I think we're seeing a big disconnect between Mike McCarthy and the Dallas Cowboys and Mike Nolan and that defense. And that's why you see some players who've played for these guys come out and defend them because they say, well, he was a great coach when I played for him. But how long ago was that, right? And the game is always evolving. The game is always changing. So Jerry Jones hired Mike McCarthy based on this Super Bowl that he won a decade ago. But that was so long ago. A lot has changed. Again, the game has evolved. Players have changed, right? You got to be able to understand these players, what drives them, what keeps their attention, right? You got to be able to understand social media, pop culture, what kind of music they listen to, because the head coach, it's his job to be the ultimate people person. You got to understand what drives the brains and the minds of your players. And if you don't understand that, well, then all those X's and O's, you can throw those out the window, right? All those analytics that you see Mike McCarthy standing up, talking about, preaching over after some of these games in his press game conferences, analytics is not going to help him or save him in this moment because the players don't believe in him. They don't trust him, right? And when you're telling me to do some things in practice, and then I go out there on Sunday and we are getting shredded, right? We're getting shredded on game day. Well, then I lose faith and trust in what you're telling me. And then we also don't even connect from a social standpoint. So now you just have this big gap between players and the coaches. And that's what we're seeing happening right now.
You said something very interesting in the last segment. You said Tom Brady allowed Coach Belichick to do things that probably he wouldn't be able to get away with. Yep. You do realize who Mike McCarthy's quarterback was for a decade that he was there? Aaron Rodgers allowed Mike McCarthy. Skip, we realize he had some very poor defenses. Aaron Rodgers went 15-1 in a season in which they had the 31st or 32nd ranked defense. They ended up losing in the division, the playoffs to Eli. Eli came to Lambeau Field and dropped 37 on them because the defense was so bad. And I get it. I get all that, what you're saying about you have to understand the players. You look at Coach Belichick. Coach Belichick is one that seems to evolve. They're playing Lil Baby. They're playing Da Baby. They're playing Migos. They're playing all this. They're playing all these rappers because that's what resonates with these youthful players now. But at the end of the day, I can coach you technique. I can coach you that. I can coach you your alignment. I can't coach effort. I can't coach you what DK Metcalf did. I can't coach that. And that's what I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing the effort. If I got to set the edge, I can't let my outside arm get captured. If I got force, I got to come downhill with authority no matter what. And I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing Antonio Gibson hit his head on the goalpost on a 14-yard run, and nobody touches him. He can run in the A-gap, or he could have just said, you know what, I don't even want to do the A today. I want to cut it backside and hit the B-gap. And nobody would have touched him. That's unacceptable. It's easy to say, well, the coaches and this scheme doesn't fit what I do. But at the end of the day, you still have a job to do, and they're not doing it. Sure, maybe they're not, maybe Mike McCarthy isn't the right guy for the job. Maybe Mike Nolan isn't the right guy. Maybe they got 4-3 people and he wants to play a 3-4. But at the end of the day, Reggie, you know how this thing works. Did you or did you not get the job done? That's all I need to know. Did you or did you not? Hey, I understand that. I just need just give me a healthy baby. I understand you're gonna have pains and the heartburn and all that, but I need that healthy baby. I need the Cowboys to give me healthy play on defense.
Yeah. So Sean, I think you made such a great point with the play that DK Metcalf made in that game, running down the defender who was going to score a pick six. That shows you that the energy, the personality of that team follows its head coach. Because we were doing those same things when I was at USC under Pete Carroll. We were making effort plays like that. But those effort plays have to come from the motivation of your head coach.
So, Reggie, how did Sean Payton, your first pro coach, rank in compatibility?
Really good. Sean was really good. And he was, I mean, our first year, you got to understand, the New Orleans Saints in 2006 were not the New Orleans Saints in 2005. Those were two completely different football teams. But when Sean Payton got there, he completely shifted the mindset. It was just the mindset. He didn't recreate football. He shifted the mindset of the players. He brought in some new guys like me, Drew Brees, some other players, and then helped us and then got us there to that point. But I thought Sean Payton did a great job. And he's still winning football games. He's still a great coach. So that shows you his compatibility. He understands his players.
I agree. So let's hark back to preseason when all the sites, all the pro football focus type sites ranked the Dallas Cowboys as a top 5 team. Consensus pick to win the NFC East. So by all accounts, the talent was there, but there were 2 new voices at the top, the 2 Mikes, McCarthy, Nolan. For whatever reason, starting with game 1, opening drive out here at brand new SoFi Stadium on a Sunday night, the Rams offense went 7 plays, 75 yards for an opening touchdown. They went ahead 7-0, and my team basically stayed behind the whole rest of the way through 7 games. And it got worse and worse and worse to the point that against Arizona and then at Washington, my team just flat out quit on the head coach and on the new DC. And it's hard to watch, but I have to blame both the new voices because they don't just coach old school. To Reggie's point, they just coach old. You know, they're